items will be discussed via WebEx, either by phone, and if some of you have a computer, you should be able to view people that are speaking. Is that correct, Stacy?
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I call this meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. And at this time, open up the floor to public comment. Please be aware that we did not receive any calls from the public to be present, so there will be no public comment at this time. So with that being said, I'm going to call on Stacy to discuss agenda item 3, contracts and grants. Stacy.
Thanks, Sandy. Agenda item 3.1a is an existing contract extension or addendum with no additional cost or increase to the county. And it is a contract with the coroner's office for Dr. Wayne Ross. Commissioners, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the contract?
I do not.
No. Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to agenda item 3.2, which is new contracts, vendor services, grants, and contracts with increases or decreases to the county. And I will call first on Lori to discuss 2 grants for the Conservation District. She's joining us by WebEx. Lori?
Hello, good morning. So the first grant is a National Fish and Wildlife Foundation grant application. It's for $27,300, and it is to expand our existing cover crop program. Sorry, there's an echo on my end. So we already have everything in place as far as program standards. This would just be expanding that program through National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. The grant itself is a local government implementation grant, and there would be no funding for the county required for that.
Do you have any questions for Lori on that one? Okay, go on, Lori.
Okay, the second grant, the Pennsylvania Association of Conservation Districts grant agreement, we already had applied for that. I think it was on a month ago or 2 meetings ago that we had asked to apply for that grant, and this was just the grant contract for it. We were awarded the contract, so it's just a grant agreement, and that was going towards educational materials for MS4 municipalities and a workshop in the amount of $1,310.
Any questions for Lori?
No.
Okay, thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Next, I'll call on Ryan Simon to discuss the agreement for drug and alcohol. Ryan is also joining us by WebEx.
Good morning, Commissioners. Whenever someone is driving in Cumberland County and they receive a DUI, part of the state requirements are for them to do what is called a court reporting network assessment. And those assessments are done by the Drug and Alcohol Commission. And we have contracted already with 2 individuals to do those assessments for us. And we would like to add a 3rd person, Erin Donnelly, to do this. And we pay for her to do each assessment, and we use some of the money that we collect from the individuals who had the DUI to pay for her. Do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you very much, Ryan.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Sandy.
Thank you, Stacy. So, Commissioners, agenda item 4 is a letter of support for the Cumberland Valley Rails to Trails Council that needs to be submitted with a grant application for the funds to build 1 additional mile of the trail. I believe that was circulated to all of you, that you had the opportunity to read it, and I would note that this is an action requested item for today.
Okay, the everybody received all the information on, received a copy of the letter, so I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the letter of support for the Cumberland Valley Rails to Trails grant as presented.
And I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners. Next, we'll move on to the Commissioners' liaison reports, and we'll begin with Commissioner Eichelberger.
Okay, just in brief, the NHIDT is doing their monthly board meeting today, later today. That'll be a virtual meeting. I anticipate I'll be participating in that as usual. The planning process for Cape continues. In fact, we have some schedule conflicts potentially that I wanted to raise with the board. We have a public safety review team meeting next Tuesday, and we have the entire board of Cape coming in, which the commissioners, of course, are members, for an expanded session. It was very difficult to schedule, so we're going to, we either have to exit that meeting prematurely, or we should consider rescheduling the public safety review team. Is there a discussion on that?
I have no issues moving public safety.
Okay.
I don't have an issue moving public safety. I wonder if they have an issue with it being moved, considering the environment.
Right.
We'll talk to Bob.
They're usually pretty
Yeah.
flexible.
Yes,
Okay.
It's a good point.
we'll talk to Bob, and then we'll
Boy.
get back to all of you.
Okay.
They should be able to find something, just find something that works for them.
Right.
There's anything time urgent. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, the Policy and Planning Committee that's handling most of the planning function at Katy meets on Monday, and that's going to run right up against the 2 o'clock commissioners meeting. So there is a possibility that I would be a little late, since sort of central of that, have a central role in that committee. If that's the case, then vice chair could simply initiate the meeting, if that's all right with you. All right, I will most likely be back, but I just wanted to make you aware of that, because this is a pretty important meeting for that committee. We're having a Capital Transit update later today, so that covers all of my reports at this point. Solid Waste, I'm sorry, was canceled for this past month. They're continuing, Judson, they're continuing to work on the plan revision, but there's time for that. Now I'm done.
Thank you, Commissioner Eichelberger. Commissioner Fauci.
So, I haven't had a ton of meetings, but we did have a planning commission meeting this morning. And so, one of the things that I think is very interesting is that in March, they took in 25 plans. They were submitted 25 plans for review. And now in April, they've seen a decrease. So, I'm anxious to see what happens there in terms of plans being submitted. And you can now go to the website there and look at a plan, right on their website if you need to. One of the members of the planning board asked me point blank if the commissioners, if the legislation gets to us that says that the county on its own can open businesses, if we would consider doing that. And I advised I didn't think the governor would sign that bill, but that our #1 job in Cumberland County is the mitigation of the virus. But certainly, business concerns are on everyone's mind. And that's really all I have, other than, you can go to the Cumberland County Library System and you can do all kinds of wonderful online fun things with the Cumberland County Library.
Thank you, Commissioner Fauci. Commissioner DeFilippo.
Yes, thanks, Sandy. My meetings from last workshop to this workshop were canceled. There is a housing and redevelopment meeting today at noon, which will be held at a teleconference. Aging Advisory Council for tomorrow has been canceled. Item coming up, the Conservation District will be voting to approve their future strategy plan, tentatively on April 28th. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner DeFilippo.
Yes.
I Agenda item 6, I would like to report that an executive session was held on April 15th, 2020 at 9:30 a.m. regarding personnel issues. Agenda item 7, under other business, we do have one item for other business, and that is the Pennsylvania Department of Health data sharing non-disclosure agreement that you all signed yesterday. So I would need to have reaffirmation of your approval today.
Okay, do we have a motion to that effect?
I would move to approve the signature of the NDA.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners. I don't believe there is any other business coming before the board today, so hearing none, we will be adjourned. Thank you.